What is up, y'all? Coming here with another video on another source of passive income that I have, and that is on Fiverr. So if you're not familiar with Fiverr, it is another platform that has its own community and own traffic. So you don't have to drive traffic to any of your postings on Fiverr, but it's a freelance website where you can post a online service and people will pay you to deliver that service to them. So I'm going to show you guys what services I'm providing and how much I'm making on Fiverr, and then also I'm going to show you some popular listings on Fiverr and how some people are making $100,000 plus a year on Fiverr. And for myself, I'm making this year I've made over $1,000, and it just ended August on Fiverr. And on this channel, all about passive income, so I'm going to show you how I put in as little work as possible and still have made that much on the platform. So let's dive in here to the platform. This is annoying up here about some tax thing. I already did it, but they still have this bar up here telling me to check on it. Kind of annoying. But anyways, so I'm actually in the buying side here. So I'm going to switch to the selling side. So I'll show you guys some of the gigs, is what they call them, of what I'm providing. So Fiverr originally started out where everything was $5. And off that $5 that the person who's buying it, they are charged $5, obviously, and for the person delivering it, they get $4 in income, and $1 goes to Fiverr. And same margins. If it's a $10 order now, you make $8 and $2 goes to Fiverr. So 80% comes to you and 20% to Fiverr. So these are some of my gigs here, and you can see my most popular one here is at the top. Last 30 days I had 21 orders, and everything else is actually 0 right now, but some of these have made quite a bit of money as well, but just not in the last 30 days. So this is the one I want to focus on here. So if I can figure out how to open this up, let's just go to preview. So basically what I'm selling is DraftKings and FanDuel lineups. So if you don't know what that is, DraftKings and FanDuel are sites where you pick a fantasy sports lineup for that day, and you actually enter money in a contest and you can win real money. It's basically sports betting, but you make a fantasy lineup. And it's just something that I have been pretty good at and I've been doing for years. So I decided if I'm doing this almost every day anyways, I might as well throw it up on Fiverr and see if anyone wants to buy my lineups, because I feel like I'm pretty good at it and I do it anyways. So that is how I'm making passive income on this, because I was doing this every day anyways before I started selling on Fiverr. So basically when I get an order on Fiverr, I just take a screenshot of my lineup and send them that picture. So it's really no work for me. It's purely passive income. And I'll show you here a little bit how my gig, as Fiverr calls it, is set up. So off the bat, you can have a picture or a video to open up. I have a video, and I'm not going to play it because I don't know how the sound is. But basically the video is my DraftKings lineup in this contest of like 3,000 entries, and I got entered twice and I got first place in both and like won a ton of money. So it's just a video showing that I have won a lot of money. And basically how DraftKings works is, say there's 10,000 different entries or lineups in a contest, and if you enter a tournament, the top like 25% of entries will win some kind of money. But then the higher placing you get, the more points you get, the more money you get. So if you entered $10 say in a contest with 10,000 people and you come in first, you may get like $50,000. So people can win a lot of money on this. And I have won some pretty good money. And then the next slide is just a screenshot of some contests, and basically if you're in the green, you're winning money. So I have a lot of pictures of that. And then it gets into some reviews with images of what I delivered. So this is like my whole delivery, the review right here, fire lineups, and just a picture of the lineup that I gave them. Another review. So you can see just a lot of reviews here. And then basically about this gig is I give them a little reassurance here because they are giving me money, and then a lot of these people are betting a lot of money. So if I give them a bad lineup, they could be losing a lot of money. So I give them a reassurance here. If your lineup doesn't win in a 50-50 format, I'll give you a free lineup. So on these sites, you can enter contests, say, for $10, and if you come in the top 50% of entries, you double up your money. So I say if your lineup doesn't win in that, I'll give you a free one the next day. And then I've been doing this so long, I have a lot of good reviews on here. 4.8 stars, 66 reviews. So obviously I have some bad reviews because people have ordered 2 or 3 days in a row, and it just so happens that those days I wasn't on my game, or like some of the players got injured mid-game or something and just had bad lineups. So I did get some bad reviews here, but for the most part, 59 of those 66 reviews, 5 stars. So that also helps. Okay, so now that we know what I'm mainly selling on here, I do have other gigs that I'm not going to get into. Let's get into some other things that you could be offering on your Fiverr that are popular, that I know a lot of people are making a ton of money. But first, I mean, just the good thing about mine is I do this anyway, so it's no work for me. It's literally passive income, and a lot of these people are making a lot of money, but they're putting in a ton of work, to be honest, which I'll show you in a second. But first, I'll show you here, if we search DraftKings, which is one of the platforms that I sell lineups on, you can see that I'm pretty much the top listing in this category now, which is pretty cool. So I'm actually in the #1 spot with 66 reviews. This guy doesn't have any reviews, 10 reviews, 2, 14. So I'm like the top player kind of in this niche. And if you want to go ahead and get into selling lineups like this on Fiverr, you can definitely go ahead and do that. I'll just say it is tough if you are not that good at it and you lose money for a lot of people. Like some of these people that are buying lineups for $5 are entering contests for $1,000 a day. Actually, I'm not going to show you the guy's username, but he would order like 3 or 4 lineups a day in August. So I was getting like $15 to $20 every day from him for like 2 weeks straight. And he told me that he was betting $500 in the cash lineups, and then with my tournament lineups, he was doing $250 each. So he was doing $1,000 a day, which was pretty crazy. So kind of a lot of pressure as well. Okay, but now let's get into some other things that you could be offering as well besides these lineups if you want to get into that. So I know a really popular thing here is if you're looking for things, you can just hover over these categories, and there's tons of like topics that they have that are probably the most popular. Some of the ones I would recommend is if you have any kind of design skill, it's just basic logo design. So let's look here at some of these top listings. So this guy has over 1,000 reviews, so that means he has at least 1,000 orders, and same with this guy. So if we click into here, his basic package is $50. His standard is 120 and his top is 200. You can see he has 2,400 reviews. So if they were all basic orders, that's 50 times 2,400, which is $120,000, which is insane. And he has 25 orders in the queue right now. So the basic is 5 days of delivery. And so say they're all basic again, just to be safe. That's 5 times 25, which, yeah, it's 1,250. So in the next 5 days, he's at least making $1,000 because they do take 20% cut, which is insane. Less than a week, he's making $1,000 on this platform. But like I said, a lot of these are probably standard and premium orders, so it's probably safe to say he's making $2,000 a week doing these designs. And the cool thing about Fiverr is it just gives you that platform to be found rather than setting up your own website or something like that. And I'm sure he has tons of great reviews as well. So if you are good at logo design, that's definitely something to think of. A strategy on Fiverr is when you're starting out, start at like $5 until you get some orders rolling through, get some good reviews, and then you can start to up your prices. Like people that come across your gigs are not going to know that all these reviews were on $5 orders if all of a sudden you have 20 5-star reviews and you up your price to like $15 instead of $5. They're not going to know those reviews were all on $5 orders. So you can bump your prices up gradually as you get more reviews. That is big on Fiverr that people make a lot of money on is like copywriting. So you can write articles and blog posts. Let's see if we can find a good one here. So this one's 642 reviews. And this person basically says, I'll write a blog article for your business or whatever, if you have a website or whatever. And it's $45 for the basic 350 words. So come over here, search. I already did this search because I was planning for this video a little bit. How many words at one page? 500 words with 12-point font and single spaced. So double spaced, which is what most people do like for high school and college papers, is only 250 words. So you're writing just over a double spaced one page for $45, which isn't a ton of work, honestly, and you make $45 off of that. And 500 words, which would be a single spaced one page, $55. So honestly, you don't even have to be a pro writer. You don't even have to think you're a good writer. If someone just gives you a topic and gives you like something to write about, you could write 500 words. So another one to think about here. Another big one before I kind of explain more about what other things you could do is voiceovers. So every single person obviously has a voice and people are looking for specific voices, and you can make a ton of money off this. So let's just click on this first one. Apparently I clicked on the person's name instead of the gig. So okay, here's the gig. So 50 words. Literally they send you text of 50 words and you say them in a microphone like I'm doing right now, and you stop it. It takes literally 1 minute and it's $35. And I think we can edit words here. I wonder if they would do 1,000. Wow, 1,000 words. And 9 days to deliver. 21 orders in the queue. So this person is killing it. I'm sure she has a good voice, a lot better than mine. But yeah, so you could do voiceovers as well. And just to talk about some key things in your gig listings is one thing I've heard is that having a real picture of yourself in it makes it like more personal and people will trust it more. So that's one thing to think about. And then the next thing, as I kind of close this video out, is you don't have to be a pro in anything, which is what I've stressed in other videos about Redbubble and Udemy, where you can sell online courses, is you don't have to be a pro in it at all. You just have to be a capable human being, honestly. Anyone can do a voiceover. Anyone can write an article. Anyone can make a DraftKings sports lineup. Yeah, so you could throw anything up here and make some kind of money on it. If you want to put in a lot of work and get a lot of good reviews, put in high quality work, you can really make a ton of money in it. Again, here, this one was at 50, 21 orders in the queue. I'm sure this person is making at least $1,000 a week on this as well with minimal effort. So try to think of something that you're good at, maybe something that you do anyways, which is like what I did on DraftKings, and just throw it up here, see if people will pay you for it. And yeah, I mean, I've made over $1,000 just this year selling on Fiverr. So definitely check out Fiverr. I'll link it down below, and I'll also link down to how to sell online courses on Udemy, which is my last video. So check that out. And also check out just all the other videos on my channel focused on passive income, and I hope you guys start to crush it out there online.